Hey everybody, this is Strategywizard again. Today I'm going to be doing an unboxing of Warmachine High Command, Hordes High Command, and 2 expansion packs. These, I don't even know, actually that should be over here and that should be over here. Warmachine High Command, the big guns, and Hordes High Command, Savage Guardians. Now, I got these on a ridiculously good sale, which is why I got both of them. This was $6 at Miniature Market, this was $6 at Miniature Market, and this was like $3 and $5. So for all that, I really paid very little. But the thing is, what I've heard, and I found this after the fact, supposedly High Command, Hordes, and Warmachine are very similar. And what I'm wondering is whether or not the expansions make them more differentiated, but we'll see. I'm going to open it up. I don't really know much about these universes at all, not really much of anything, so this is all new to me, but it looked cool, so I figured I'd give it a shot. Okay, so first of all, I'll do these expansions probably last. High Command, Warmachine High Command, let's see, I need a good place. Well, I guess I could show the back of it real quick. The artwork looks really awesome, I just have to say. And it says, let's see, High Command, the game of strategic deck building conquest in the Iron Kingdoms. The fires of continents spanning war engulf Western Emerald, forging great leaders in a crucible of conflict. Bold commanders orchestrate grand strategies and daring battlefield tactics, their actions bringing glorious victory. Or the despair of final defeat. Do you have the courage and cunning to lead your forces to ultimate triumph? Take command and muster the military might of an entire nation to conquer the Iron Kingdoms. So, 2 to 4 players, published by Privateer Press. Let's see what's inside. I'm very curious. I don't own much in the way of deck building games, so this will be one of very few in my collection. But I do like deck building, so it's not like I have anything against it. I just haven't really had a lot of them. Okay, let's pop it open. Okay. We have an instruction booklet, which feels relatively thin, which is good news for me. So we've got an introduction, we've got army cards, warcaster cards, location cards, Winds of War cards. Okay. Starting the game, a nice little setup. That's good. They have a quick start setup over here, which is nice. Oops. We've got gameplay, turn order, Winds of War step, and then player turns, capture, orders, battle. So, looks fairly straightforward. A lot of good pictures and everything to help you kind of see what you're doing. I like that. Okay, so as you can see, the box is way bigger than it needs to be for what you have here, but, I mean, in one sense. But it could be that once you split these cards up, I don't think we're going to need that. Once you split these cards up, they have a ton of divider spaces in here, so that way it can be organized pretty well. So 4 massive stacks of cards here. Where did I put my knife? Let's see how easy it's going to be to dig in here without destroying anything. Hopefully not too hard. Okay. Oop, there we go. Okay, we've got this right here, Greylord Arcanist Core, a few of those, Greylord Occultists. They've got these numbers here, presumably, I guess, health, maybe combat value, don't know for sure. Purchase, rush, I guess that's 5 command, 3 command. So some of them maybe cost more or less, and maybe they cost certain amounts of command points to use them. I don't know. 4 war, 9 war. Oh, so maybe there's 2 kind of currencies. Maybe CMD, what command maybe, and then war is a currency. I think I did hear there were 2 currencies in this game. So there's a lot of stuff going on there. A lot of cool artwork. I'll just kind of try to get through here pretty quickly because it's going to take forever to get through all these cards. Very cool looking stuff. Like I say, people who know the universe, they'll probably recognize some of this and get really excited. They'll probably, in fact, those people probably own the game already. So, because this is an older game from what I understand. but that's why it was on sale, I guess. And I've heard some people are really disappointed in it because of the fact that the two aren't really that different, but I haven't heard if the expansions fix that or not, but we'll see. I think supposedly the main difference was the artwork and maybe a few other minor things. That's interesting. Those are upside down. Huh, don't know why. But the artwork is really good here. A lot of different units and different things. Monolith bearer. Wow. Okay. Wow. So many cards to go through. It's just mind-boggling. I don't know if I'm going to go through all of these cards or not because there's just so many, and trying to show every one of them is a little overwhelming, to be honest. And making sure that y'all get to see everything. But I'll do at least a few more. Maybe this stack, and then I'll open the next box so we can just kind of see what's different. Okay, we've got Allegiance of the Fist, even though he's kicking. Maybe it should have been Allegiance of the Foot. Okay, we've got Bane Thrall Cadre. That's awesome. Okay, I like it. More, let's see, 2 victory points. So some characters are worth victory points, apparently. I think I'd heard that too, that you can buy units that give you victory points. Battle Hardened. Let's see, Blood Witch Coven. They sound friendly. Blood Witch Hags. Also very friendly looking. Looks like Baba Yaga or something. Brute Thrall Horde. Call to Arms. This one doesn't have a cost or anything, so maybe that's just like a play it immediately type card or something. I don't know how that works. Caspian Orders. Oh, it takes 4+4, so yeah, that's kind of expensive, but it also gives you a victory point. Okay, there's just oodles of stuff. That's all we really need to know. There's just tons. That's interesting. Chained Vassal Arcanists. I mean, I really do think this artwork is superb. I hope my camera is getting focused in so y'all can see some of it, because that's really one of the most impressive things to me, is just how everything just looks really, really well done. They didn't skimp on the artwork here. Gameplay, it remains to be seen, but artwork is definitely impressive. And let's see, just a wide variety of different types of units and great detail on each one. I can only imagine that people spent a long time trying to draw all this, but it's very impressive. Okay, I'm not going to worry about the other 2 stacks. I'm just going to go ahead and pop into the other one here. Let me see if I can get some of this stuff out of the way, since there's so much. Okay, Hordes High Command. Again, I heard lots of similarity between the two has caused people to be a little disappointed, but I don't know. Maybe it won't be as bad as some people have said. Time will tell. Okay. Yep, the characters and everything looked very different. Okay. Boy, so much stuff. Okay, let's see here. Okay, rule book. I'm sure it's going to look basically the same. We're going to have, you get these different, I guess, factions. We have army cards, warlock cards, which I guess are the equivalent of whatever that other word was. I can't remember. Locations and Winds of War cards. So basically the same types of cards. The setup does look basically the same. We have the same Winds of War, then player turn capture, orders in battle. I think that was the same. So the instructions look like they're pretty much going to be exactly the same. In fact, the back is exactly the same, it looks like. So that's that. Once again, we've got all this stuff that needs to be tossed out of the way. A bunch more cards. We'll just look at 2 of these stacks, kind of see what the artwork is like, what looks different. You know, if it's actually different enough to justify a separate purchase. Or at least give you an idea. If these end up being pretty much identical, you'll at least get an idea of which one. If you do want one of them, you'll be able to see which one has the art that you like, maybe. So we've got Angelius Warbeast. Interesting. We've got Archdomina's Order. A lot of those. Oh wow. Armies of the East. I don't even know. That is a creepy looking creature. Very creepy. Okay. Assemble the Chieftains. Basilisk Drake. That is the most, out of all the cards I've seen, that one has the least detail in it, but still well done. Battle Cry. Blackclad's Influence, etc. Okay. A lot of very dark and creepy things here. Whoa, Bronzeback Titan. I wouldn't mind riding one of those. Call to the Trolls. Well, those trolls look worse than most trolls I've seen. Evil, that is. Carnivian. Ooh, Cataphract Archery something. Wow. Kind of reminds me, I mean, personally, a lot of this stuff reminds me kind of, sort of Warhammer, but not quite, of course. It's obviously different, but it reminds me of it. Makes me think of Forbidden Stars to a certain extent. But there's a lot more creature, monster type stuff in here, it seems like, and a lot of, I mean, just the artwork, that is. The artwork really reminds me of some of the Warhammer stuff I've seen. But a lot of cool cards there. Looking one more stack real quick, and then we'll pop open the expansions and see what's in there. Boy. So many cards. There's so many cards in here. I really just want to find out as soon as I can what the real differences are between the two, if there are really any that matter, and then that way I can decide if it was worth getting both of them or not. But again, at $6 a piece, I can live with it. I can live with it. Okay. We've got Omnipotence Council. Whoa, what in the world is that? Pain hooks. Looks painful. Golly. Interesting. Yep. Path to Glory. Primal Argus. Ooh, I like that. Pig Bushwhackers. That's kind of funny. Pyre Troll. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Chains and fiery fists. Okay, that's just awesome. I want him in my army. Let's see. Ravager Shaman Council. Ooh, Rhinodon. Well, rhinos. It's like a mix of a Stegosaurus, a rhino, and just something with nice brass knuckles with spikes. I mean, how do you go wrong? Rune Shaper Sorcerers. Scarsfell Griffin. I like griffins, and I like them whenever they look creepy, so that's nice. Can't beat that with a stick. Ooh, Seraph Warbeast. That's interesting. Ooh, Shredder Warbeast. Yep, I like it. These guys have some cool stuff. Overall, I think I like this more than the Warmachine. Horde seems to be a little more up my alley with just the cool creatures. Whoa. What's this? Spawning Vessel. Ooh. Strider Rangers. Is this Aragorn? A Tariff. Yeah, I like that. Tharn Ravager Tribesman. Titan Gladiator. Tribal Gathering. So the cards, there's definitely a difference here. There's more. It seems like there's more monstrous type stuff in the Hordes, which probably makes a lot of sense. So no surprise there. Now let's go ahead and pop open. Do I have a spot? Let's see. Pop open one of these expansions. This is the Hordes expansion that I got. Boy, that thing is filled up. Oh, except for that little thing. Okay, a lot of cards here. I see something. New card graphic. These colored pips represent the maximum number of times a card can appear in a particular detachment. Don't know what that's about. For example, if a card has 2 orange pips, you can include up to 2 copies of it in your orange detachment. Similarly, if a card has 1 purple pip, you can include only 1 copy in your purple detachment. Well, I don't know what all that means, but still, that's interesting. Okay. Come on. Come on, cards. Oh boy, it's always the hardest part, trying to get this stuff off without destroying the cards. Okay, here we go. We have... That card can get out of the way. We've got something quite awesome. Makes me think of a paladin, kind of, sort of. Troll Bouncer. Okay, we've got Earthborn Dire Troll. Traders of the Creel. So I don't know. See, you'll know, I guess there's factions. You know, I don't know what these are. These are special of some sort, I guess. But these factions, each faction has its own set of general artwork and types of creatures. But I don't know much else. But either way, it looks like you get new cards for each of the 4 factions. Hopefully, I don't know. I wonder if I can tell. Are any of them like obvious duplicates of as far as ability? It's hard. I don't know. I don't know. But that would take a little time to look at. Then I guess we're going to get the same type of thing from here for the Warmachine expansion. These expansions may decide whether or not I want to invest more money in this, seeing what kind of stuff they add. Is it going to really make it worth it? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Time will tell. But I'm excited about it, not only because the artwork looks really good, but this deck, I understand that there's deck building in combination with maybe a little more direct conflict, possibly, than most other deck builders, and that has me interested because that has that same little card. That has me interested because I do like to have some actual conflict, and deck building a lot of the time, except for in the case of say Star Realms and stuff like that, usually has very little actual conflict. So I'm looking forward to seeing if there's going to be enough interesting conflict to make me excited. Vanquisher, like that. Deliverer, Sunburst, Detachment. Ooh, Berserker. Decimator. Oh, I like decimating things. Okay, Winter Guard Artillery Corps. A little more human stuff in here, of course. Defiler. I like that. Ooh, Leviathan. The name gets me excited. The artwork gets me even more excited. Revenant Cannon Crew. So I guess undead. That's interesting. Maybe they were undead in the original. I didn't pay enough attention. Maybe. Oh. Now these star cards. I don't know what these are, but it seems like there were 2 in the other expansion. There's 4 here. These seem to be some special something or others. Whoa, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I don't know what that is. Lord Exhumator Scaverus. The name's strange, but the guy looks cool. I like it. So, there you go. A lot of cards, a lot of stuff. We'll see. Time will tell. I will hopefully get a chance to review this and let y'all see, you know, one, how useful this insert is. I'm sure it's going to be handy. How different these two are, or how too similar, and if the expansions make them different enough to be worth getting both. I will let you know whenever the time comes. In the meantime, thank you for watching. Leave down in the comments if you have any questions or concerns, and I will see you on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye.